Some Catholics today are skeptical of demonic possessions and demons. When you were an atheist, obviously you were a very skeptical person. How much of that skepticism transferred over when you became convinced that, Christianity is true? Where were you at?
Every exorcist, if he's worth anything, is skeptical by nature. You have to be skeptical because it can resemble very much mental illness. And frankly, some people in the world are just so strange, foolish, needy, that they at times will even fake demonic oppression in order to receive attention. So you have three states that can appear very similar, that can exhibit very similar symptoms: actual demonic possession, mental illness, and fakery. And so it's the job of the exorcist to find out what is going on here. It's not just his job to identify whether the devil is here or not. We are pastors of souls. If someone has mental illness, I take it upon myself to help the person in that state. I'm not a physician. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I can't treat the illness, but certainly I can help the person discover the illness and and to receive a diagnosis from someone who is competent. And in so doing, I'm pastoring that soul. I'm giving care. I'm giving the care of Christ, the care of the church to that soul. And the same goes for somebody who is faking. I mean, um, uh, will I be frustrated if I encounter somebody like that? Well, absolutely. But this person has his or her own illness, and if the person is helpable, I want to help the person coming out to come out of that state. So skepticism is our bread and butter, and we never take it as a given that someone who comes forward stating, I need the ministry of exorcism, that person is in fact possessed, right? We assume that the symptoms and the phenomena are rooted in natural causes. We make that as the default. But at the same time, and this is a mistake that I think many exorcists have made, it is entirely possible, and in fact common, for someone who is demonically possessed to also have mental illness. So these are not mutually exclusive states.
Hmm.
So what you want to determine is the symptoms that are afflicting this person now, the symptoms that have brought the individual into your office and they're sitting here in front of you. What is the cause of those? And so that is the diagnosis is what occupies most of our time. And we have different tests for that. But certainly you never only do psychological testing. You never only do medical analysis, right? The priest, the exorcist, is not a referral service. If somebody comes to the church and is asking for prayer, well, the first thing we do is not send them away to go to some other professional. I mean, that would be a scandalous thing to do. Somebody's coming to you for help. Well, you help them. So I always will pray with such a person. Now, that person may exhibit demonic symptoms immediately. If there is a demon there, when somebody is praying, exorcist or not, if somebody has the faith of Jesus Christ and is praying, that prayer is repulsive to the demon. It is demon kryptonite, if we can speak that way. It causes him pain, and so he's going to react. He may react in he may react in a manner that is visible to me. He may not. He may react in a manner that is only visible or only sensed, if you will, by the victim in front of me seeking help. But there's going to be some kind of reaction. There may be no reaction. And if there's no reaction at this point, the probability is going to be very high and increasing by the second that the heart of the problem here is mental illness. Because when I pray, I am praying specifically against anything demonic. And if there's no reaction whatsoever, even internally to the person, so when I'm done praying, I will always ask, as I was praying, did you see anything, hear anything, feel anything? And I will specify that. Was there any pain in your hands, in your throat, in your stomach? Was there any agitation in you? Were there any memories that came up? Any dark, ugly images that came in your mind? Where I rested my hand on your head as I was praying, is there pain there? Did my hand feel extraordinarily heavy? I will make specifications like that, and I'll let them tell me what they experience. So that's the beginning of a diagnosis.
Mm.
Even if someone has a demon within them, you will employ psychology, you will employ medical staff, because again, they are not mutually exclusive, and there can be a condition in the state of somebody who is possessed that you need to be aware of, that if you're not aware of, that medically it can be a liability to them, it can wound them, if you're not aware of it, you're not helping them.
Hello, Cameron here. Thanks for watching this little clip. If you want more, there's actually a whole interview this clip came from. Just click the link on the screen. Oh, and by the way, we post 2 to 3 new videos a week. So if you're interested in apologetics at all, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can catch our latest content. Oh, and then lastly, remember that Christianity is true.